Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I would like to show you how to install uh, OJStat on your local host, and then how to use it with your OJS website. If you don't know how or what OJStat is, it is a web application, which works as a statistic counter if you like, which is free to use. I developed it by myself, but it is designed specifically for open journal system or websites or OJS journals. If you want to know more about OJStat, you can visit the official website here, www.ojstat.u.org, or you can also look at the GitHub repository, uh, which the link I will put in the video description below. So what we're going to do here is to upload, I mean to download OJStat version 0.1.4 new here by using Composer. Composer is a PHP package manager, which is used to install or download the PHP based libraries or frameworks. And because OJStat is based on PHP, so we will use Composer to install it. So as you can see here, the syntax is straightforward. Composer create project from OJS, OJStat, and OJStat, assuming that the folder that you will be using is the OJStat. But because as you can see here, I already have a folder named OJStat, so I will use another name instead. And now I will okay, before I continue, I have to tell you that I'm using one server. If you are using other local server, you like exam, you will need to go to the appropriate directory. I think it will be htdocs. Okay, but because I'm using one, so I will go to this path, the directory. Okay, so I will open the VS Code. I'm using VS Code here, and then I will just make sure that you have installed Composer, okay, in your system. Okay, and then we can just copy the command here, but we need to change the folder name. Let's call it new OJStat, and then we press enter. Alright, now it is downloaded. We can close it and we return to the explorer. We can see that the folder is here. Okay, and now we need to look at the configuration file here, and then we make some changes. The local URL here, localhost / OJStat, but because our folder named new OJStat, so we will use that name accordingly. Okay, and for your information, my home server is already running, and then okay, you also need to know that when you add the URL, whether it is a local URL or base URL, you need to omit the protocols, okay, the HTTP or HTTPS. No, just put like this. So for example, because in this video we will add OJStat to this journal, which is already online, but this journal is created just for a demonstration, which I host in my domain. Okay? So, for example, because we want to add OJStat to this OJS, so we just need to copy this one. Okay? Copy it, and then we put it here, but we remove the protocol, so it will become just like this. And we will add our directory name, and I plan to use OJStat, which will be located at the root folder of your OJS in your control panel or cPanel. Okay, and you will also need to make your database in the cPanel, and you provide your database credential here, like the username, the password, and the database name. The database host, I think, typically it is localhost, but you can see in your cPanel a phpMyAdmin. But for now, use it in the let's use my database credential in my localhost. So localhost phpMyAdmin. Okay. As you can see that I already have an OJStat here, but I will create a new. I will use a new one. I think I will use this one, but I will drop all the database, so I don't have to create a new one. So the database name is OJStat. Okay, like this. The username is root, and the password is empty. Also, because this is still in the development environment, not in the production. In production means that you uh, upload your OJStat or OJS folder. So if you want to, before you upload your OJStat into your OJS folder, you need to set these two false. Okay, but because now we are working uh, in the local host, we set it to true. Okay, and because we are installing the OJStat, then we set this one to true. Okay, and now we can go to our OJStat localhost new OJStat. Okay, and then we will be directed to the OJStat setup page. Alright, the instruction here are clear, so you can follow, but I just want to say that if you are installing a new OJStat, not upgrading from the previous version, you just need to go through the step 1, 2, and 3. But if you are upgrading from uh, the lower OJStat versions, uh, other than the OJStat version 1.4 or 0.1.4, you will need to go through all the steps. Okay? So now the step 1 is we create the tables. Okay, and you can see the setup log here. All checks are green, which means that there is no error, and then we continue to the step 7, to the step 2, and we create fields. Okay, all works, and then the third one is we create administrator account. So let's put my name here, my email. Okay, make sure that no email, every email is unique. Okay, and then we just use admin both for username and password, and then we can create. Okay, and now the admin is created. After the setup completed, we change this to false, and then we can reload the page, and okay, we can log in like this. Okay, we can add users first. We need to add user first, and then we add journals, and so on and so forth. Okay, so uh, it works now, but we need to upload it to the the root folder of your OJ, of our OJS of this journal. Okay, so I will pause the video and I will work on the panel, and after that I will return to you to show how to link your OJStat to your OJS. But before I forget something, I think we need to create a folder inside the public folder here. We need to add one folder and call it DB database. This folder will hold the widgets, one widget of OJStat for online visitors. Okay, so just make it like this, and then I will go to my Japan, I create database, I will create a user, I will add the database credentials here, and then I will set these to false. Okay, and what I will do here is to zip this file. I will compress this to zip file. I will call it OJStat, and then I will upload this file to my uh, OJS folder, uh, inside a folder called OJStat, and then I will return to you. Okay. Okay, so I have uploaded my OJStat to my what we call it OJS root folder, so that I can inside the OJS root folder I created a folder called OJStat, and then I put the OJStat files there. Okay, then because we need to initialize the database first, because this is a new database. Okay, so I have provided my database credentials uh, in my config files. Okay, so now we can uh, do what we have done when we work with setting the local host. Okay, so we just need to create tables, and then we create the fields, and we check the log, all is good, and then the last one is we create an result account. We can put names, TMO, and just make sure that the email is unique. Uh, oh, I'm sorry. And then for this tutorial, let's use admin, okay, and then click administrator. Okay, it's created successfully, and I will return to my config file to change the value of the variable OJStat setup, okay, from true to false. Okay, so now we are directed to uh, the OJStat login page.